Today on Open Exam Prep, we're diving into a fundamental topic for the Series 6 exam, the Mutual Fund Prospectus and the Statement of Additional Information. Understanding these documents, especially the rules surrounding their delivery, is absolutely critical for passing your test. Let's start with the cornerstone rule from the Securities Act of 1933. A mutual fund prospectus must be delivered to a potential investor at or before the time of solicitation. A solicitation is any attempt to sell the security. So if you as a registered representative call a client and recommend they purchase the ABC Growth Fund, that phone call is a solicitation. You must have already sent them the prospectus, or you must send it along with any materials you use in that pitch. The exam loves to test this timing. A common trick question might describe a scenario where a client is excited and wants to place a trade right now over the phone. The incorrect action would be to take the order and send the prospectus with the trade confirmation. The correct action is to explain that you must provide them with the prospectus first, allowing them to review it before any transaction can occur. The delivery requirement is absolute. So what is this document you're required to send? The prospectus is the fund's primary disclosure document, containing the key information an investor needs to make an informed decision. Think of it as the fund's official sales literature. It will clearly state the fund's investment objectives, like whether it's seeking long-term growth, current income, or capital preservation. It then details the strategies the fund manager will use to try and achieve those objectives. For example, it might state that it primarily invests in large capitalization U.S. technology stocks. A major section is dedicated to risks. This isn't just a generic warning. It details the specific risks associated with the fund's strategy, such as market risk, interest rate risk, or if it's an international fund, currency risk. Of course, the prospectus must also break down all the fees and expenses. This includes any sales charges or loads, management fees, and 12b-1 fees, all summarized in an expense ratio. It also presents the fund's historical performance data, typically for 1, 5, and 10-year periods. Now, let's talk about the Statement of Additional Information, or SAI. This is often called Part B of the fund's registration statement, with the prospectus being Part A. The key difference is in the delivery. While the prospectus must be sent proactively, the SAI does not. A fund is only required to provide the SAI to an investor upon request, and it must do so free of charge. The exam will definitely ask you to distinguish between what's in the prospectus versus what's in the SAI. The prospectus contains the essential information for a purchase decision. The SAI contains more detailed, supplementary information. This includes the fund's full financial statements, a detailed list of the securities in the portfolio at the time of filing, and biographical information about the fund's officers and directors. Here's a mental shortcut to keep it all straight. Think of the prospectus as the movie trailer. It gives you the plot, the main characters, the genre, and tells you what you need to know to decide if you want to buy a ticket. The Statement of Additional Information is like the full director's cut script with behind-the-scenes commentary. It has every line of dialogue, every scene direction, and bios for the entire crew. You only ask for the full script if you're a superfan and want every last detail. So remember for the exam, the prospectus is the trailer you must see before the show, and the SAI is the script you can always ask for if you want to dig deeper.